Tonight, some congressional races are still being decided. Here's the balance of power in the House, and as it stands now, Republicans have an edge, but neither party has reached the 218 seats needed to control the House. One race that could tip the scales: New York's 4th congressional district, Democrat Laura Gillen declared victory, and today Anthony D'Esposito conceded the race. And just 2 days after his election day victory, President-elect Trump announced his first cabinet pick. He appointed Susie Wiles to be his chief of staff, making her the first woman to hold the position. Wiles, who grew up in New Jersey, has been a key member of the Trump re-election campaign. Meanwhile, President Biden promised a smooth and orderly transfer of power to President-elect Trump. Political reporter Marcia Kramer has more on the president's address.
For over 200 years, America has carried on the greatest experiment in self-government in the history of the world. We're in a democracy. The will of the people always prevails.
Joe Biden put aside any bitterness he feels at being forced to forgo a re-election campaign and embraced the role of elder statesman. He said the transfer of power will be smooth, orderly, and respectful.
Something I hope we can do, no matter who you voted for, is see each other not as adversaries, but as fellow Americans. Bring down the temperature.
Other Democrats were still analyzing the results that gave Donald Trump a commanding national victory. Bronx Congressman Richie Torres blamed immigration and inflation.
Supply chain disruptions led to the highest inflation in more than 4 decades. When you're the party in the presidency, you're blamed for whatever happens, fairly or unfairly. And to be blamed for inflation is a political death sentence.
Team Trump has been working on the transition for months, composing lists of people to fill thousands of jobs, 1,200 presidential appointments that require Senate confirmation, plus 4,000 other posts that Mr. Trump can fill with political appointees. Mr. Trump has already indicated that anti-vaccination activist Robert Kennedy Jr. will be tapped to make America healthy again, and that Tesla and SpaceX founder Elon Musk will be in charge of cutting government waste, savings the President-elect will need if he is to make good on all the tax-cutting promises he made during the campaign. A senior advisor to the Trump campaign says it's all about the economy.
What we expect to see for the first 100 days is people focused on affordability. The American people want to do something with respect to affordability. They've been wiped out. They've suffered tremendously through the policies of the previous administration.
The promise of tax cuts was part of Donald Trump's appeal. He appealed to casino and restaurant workers by saying he would lift the tax on tips. He won over retirees by saying their Social Security benefits wouldn't be taxed. And in the metropolitan area, he said he would repeal SALT so people can deduct state and local taxes. I'm Marcia Kramer, CBS News, New York.
Stay with CBS News New York for full coverage of the Trump transition, and the race is still up in the air. We'll bring you the latest online and streaming on CBS News New York.